Beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-1 today. That is the second win of the 3-game series, so they take the series. Their first series win in their last three, in their last three series. So we can get over the box score here. So Badu, he went 2 for 3. He had a single, double, and a walk, and he struck out on the first inning. So a super productive game. He was my prediction, so that was a pretty good one. Scope, he went 1 for 4 with a bloop single that scored Badu. I wanted to talk about that really quickly because it was super impressive the way Badu was able to get from first to home just simply on a stolen base. That was super impressive to see his speed. He's like lightning quick around there. He's got to be, if not the fastest, a top 5 fastest player in the entire MLB on the base path. So that was super fun to see him running all the way around. But super good job by Scope too to get the bloop single. It was a perfect hit and run that we executed, and it really kind of nulled their run that they scored in the inning before because it kept us still at a 3-run lead, which is what we had going into the 8th. So it was a huge run and a great hustle play by Badu, and I'm super happy to see him back and playing well again. So we can get on to Grossman here, 0 for 4. Grossman played pretty rough. He did reach on an error in the 6th inning, and then he scored on Candelario's double. So that was at least some production out of Grossman. He always plays pretty decent defense, and he has decent at-bats. So I was pretty okay with Grossman's day. He of course, could have got a hit, but at least he got on base. Jamer 2 for 3 with a huge RBI triple. I think I said double before, I meant triple. 2 RBI triple that scored Badu and Grossman. That was a huge hit. It was the hit of the game. It got us on the board. It made us pitch with a lead as opposed to pitching behind for the whole, or for like 3 or 4 innings. Instead, we were pitching with the lead. So that was a huge play by Candelario. He also had a single in the 8th, and then he got thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So a little bit unfortunate there, but a great game again from Candy. He better be in our organization for so many years to come. He's a perfect player for any team. Haas 1 for 3. He also had a sac fly, so that was huge. He scored Candelario after his triple. The sac fly was hit to Nick, and Nick Castellanos fielded it, and he threw it, and he two-hopped it. So that was the only reason why Candelario got in. If that was a one-hopper, he definitely would have been able to swipe the tag. So, of course, Nick's defense out there and right is screwing another team at least. So, that's the only downside to Castellanos playing in the end. He would be a perfect DH. A perfect DH. I'm hoping he goes to an AL team next year, so that way we can see him more. But Haas had a good game. He had a single in the 4th, too, and he struck out in the 9th. So, all around, just decent game. Goodrum, he was my other prediction. 0 for 2 with a walk. Horrible fielding. We had like 3 or 4 double plays that should have been, or I think it was 3 actually. 3 double plays that should have been turned between him and Castro, and he couldn't because they both open every time when they go to throw. None of them has a quick like throw method. They just always take so much time to do the transfer and throw. So guys were safe. So if they have any speed, they're making it. So I'm pretty sure Goodrum was sent down back in the beginning of the season solely because of his defense. He had like 7 errors in the first 30 or 40 games of the season. So he's one of the worst shortstops in the league defensively. If we're to keep Goodrum, I say we got to make him an outfielder because I don't want to ever see him anywhere in the field. I mean, he's not a first baseman. He's not, I guess, second base, but that's already taken up by Harold Castro or Scope. I don't know if we're going for a big first base bat this offseason. That's up in the air too. So I don't know if Goodrum has a place on this team in the future. I'm hoping we trade him instead of just letting him walk or releasing him because I feel like he has some value for sure. Our team could definitely use him, so we better not just DFA him or something stupid. But I mean, that was a pretty bad prediction from me. At least he got a walk. But we can get on to Victor Reyes, 0 for 4. Rough day from Victor. You don't really see that. You haven't really seen that as of late. He hit a couple solid contact fly balls, so he had some good swings. Maybe he'll translate tomorrow. So Willie Castro, 0 for 3. bad game as always, fielding and at the plate. He struck out looking on one of the most disgusting pitches I'd seen in a while, so that was pretty funny to see Willie go down like that. And then we had Derek Hill. He also, I believe he pinch hit in the ninth. He grounded out, so Derek Hill didn't get a start today. I hope he's playing tomorrow over Grossman. He can get a left field and then Badu in center and then Reyes in right. That's what I'm hoping the lineup will be tomorrow. But Urania and Mize also had an at-bat. I don't know why Urania did, but whatever. I guess we can have our backup pitcher freaking at-bat as well. So Harold Castro, 0 for 1. He struck out, just came in to pinch hit, so didn't get a start. He should have been starting today, especially since there was a righty on the mound. I said that earlier. Can't really blame him for the strikeout because he didn't get his 4 at-bats today. So that kind of sucks. But we get into the pitching here. Casey Mize looked amazing. I did not know he was on an innings restriction. I predicted him to go 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. Instead, he went 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. So a complete miss again. But I did not think we were putting him on the innings restriction again. We did that earlier in the season. I thought we were done with it because lately he's been able to go deep into starts, but I guess we're back to doing it, which really sucks because a lot of the times he's just mowing down hitters. I think like 2 months ago he had 4 no-hit innings and we took him out, and I was at the game and I was so annoyed. I wanted to see him possibly throw a no-hitter, but I guess we're protecting him, but it sucks just as a fan to watch. Urania's line, that was just vintage Urania innings. 2 2/3, 5 hits, 1 strikeout. The guy's a pitch to contact pitcher, but he can't pitch to contact, so I don't know why he does it. He gets rocketed. He does not have a great he did not have a great infield behind him today, so I don't know if Urania was necessarily the option, but I'm sure that wasn't even a factor in Hinch's decision to put him in there. But he's a ground ball pitcher, and we were not turning any double plays today. So it was really kind of hurting us. I think there was 2 just on Urania's innings that Willie and Nico should have turned, and they didn't. We still got out of the jams, luckily, but most games Urania's not getting out of that. That's why his ERA is so poor. But we can get on to Fulmer. 1 1/3, 1 strikeout. He got us out of the jam in the 6th. Then he had a really good 7th, so I was pretty impressed by Fulmer. I still don't want him pitching in the postseason, but he did a really good job today, at least. Cisnero, this was not really I'm not used to seeing this from Cisnero. He usually does not have long innings. He's a pound the strike zone kind of guy. His first 2 batters went to 3-2, and he lost the first one, and he got the second one out. But you usually don't see that from Cisnero. He usually has control of his pitches. He's usually getting quick outs, or if they are getting hits, they're not really battling. It's like the first or second pitch. So that was a little bit uncharacteristic of him, but Soto came in and got us out of the jam there in the 8th. He pitched 2 really good strikeouts to Nick and Votto to get us out of the 8th. And then he came in the 9th and got 3 pop flies to Reyes. So that was a perfect, pretty much 2 innings from Soto. You couldn't have asked for anything better. I love that we're keeping him in that closing role for a consistent amount of time. We can go over the Reds predictions here. So I predicted Moustakas to have a good game, 1 for 3. Alright, it's alright. No one really played well for the Reds. I mean, Castillo did and Naquin did, but everyone else was pretty brutal today. That team is underplaying. They play down to competition, you can definitely tell. They should be a lot better than they are, but, I mean, they just have so many good bats in this lineup. India, Castellanos, Votto, Moustakas, Suarez, Aquino. I mean, I know some of them don't have the best averages, but there's so much power in there and so much slugging. They got Sessa in the bullpen. A lot of their pitchers are good pitchers, but their ERAs are inflated, so I don't know if they're just having rough seasons this year, but I'm hoping to see the Reds in the playoffs. I enjoyed watching this 3-game set against them, so I hope I see them in the playoffs this year and they make that wild card, but we can, what was my second prediction? I also predicted for Schrock. He went 0 for 2 with a walk, but he did score the only run. So average. I'm going to go over one person in their bullpen here, Sessa. We had Luis Sessa, and we traded him to the Yankees with Chad Green back in like 2015. I think it was for Justin Wilson, so that was one of the worst trades ever because Cess is a great bullpen arm, and so is Chad Green for the Yankees. So we lost two really good gems that we could have really used these last 5 or 6 years, and they went to other teams for some bum. Justin Wilson was one of the worst Tigers I'd ever seen, but yeah, that was pretty much it for the game. I'm hoping that the Pittsburgh series is starting tomorrow. I can't remember if we have an off day. No, okay, it is starting tomorrow. That's perfect. Great. So we have 3 game set starting, and then we have the Rays coming into Detroit, so that'll be fun. I will be doing a Casey Mize progression video later tonight, so another upload, and then I will be back for the post and pregame tomorrow.